Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. And today I'm gonna do a little bit reflecting on my journey. So I started this channel on. Wait, I did not do research about this. Anyways, I started this channel about 2 years ago. Yeah, in 2024. Actually, that surprised me a lot because it felt like 2 years passed so fast. Because I did it in September 2024 and now it's already May 2026. So, how much time has passed? It's about 3 months on year 5. So, 1 year and 8 months approximately. It's almost 2 years. You wonder what happened in those times. Clearly, I didn't make videos every day. I didn't day one, two, three. It's not like consecutive, relative. I mean, um, next to each other kind of thing. I did not do it every day. I do it like occasionally. So it's just a series of number to mark the amount of videos I have done, and I usually did some of the topics I randomly think about. That's what I set about from the start. And that's the main purpose of this channel right from the start when I first started this channel. Now, my original aim for this channel is to be creative, to think outside the box, it's just stick to a plan, do every day no matter what. But eventually that plan failed, and I admit it. It's okay, it happened. We are all busy in our life. Anyways, me sitting here 1 year later, a lot more experienced, a lot more knowledgeable, and educated on a lot of stuff. I find it very interesting to come back and make videos here and there about interest, like the topics that I'm interested about or I care about. It's really interested. This channel is one of my most favorite channel ever because I can be myself. I can talk. I can just sit here, relaxed, and talk about whatever in on this planet. I mean, it's amazing. It's an amazing concept. And yeah, when I rewatched my old video, I felt so excited and so happy because I found myself so passionate about every topic that I talk about. Like I looked so much younger, and I seem a lot more curious and passionate about this because I felt like in that moment this channel will have the future, a bright future, just like myself. I have bright future, a good potential, and I speak with clarity. Every words uttered out of my mouth is being considered with great consideration and thought. It is supposed to be well spoken. Well, I'm not intended it to be some kind of lazy, unoriginal thinking or stuff like that because I'm a fan of critical thinking. I'm a fan of speaking what you think. Just speak it out, be free, and just liberating your thought, liberating yourself. Don't tie to some kind of rigid idea or propaganda because after all, we only have one life, and that one life is for us to be ourselves. So back to the plot. on on one of the earliest day I set out on this channel, I had very good vision of how I would done on this channel, how I would operate, how I would make videos, and I stick to it. And that's one good thing that I admit to myself, and I can feel proud because of it. I totally have the right to feel proud of myself for how far I have come and the journey that I did, even if it's just myself talking. There's little to none to no viewers at all, but it's okay. It's fine. Even if my equipments are old. My laptop is very old. It's an old Dell, and its recording ability is not that good. You can see the image. It's not that good. Resolution is actually horrible comparing to nowadays equipment, the recording, the voice is pretty small because it cannot record well. And but still, with the limited resource that I have, I'm still pleased. I'm still content with what I have. I mean, what else can I do, right? The only way that makes sense in this situation is to accept what you have and move on with it, and do the best you can with what you have. It's basically, yeah, that's the. So with the good lighting, good condition, the quiet room, a thinking mind, I can make a lot of stuff. I can make a lot of good stuff come out of this. And yeah, I have two brain sides. So the left side is for math, and the right side is for art. I do art in another channel. You can check it out. I may leave in the description. And for the math, for logical thinking, mainly I will do on this channel. I do topics about health, life journey, philosophy, and a lot of other stuff. I want to raise people awareness. I want to share what I know, what I think. I want to just talk it out to feel what I have known and to be firm on my knowledge. I just want to be creative, to create. Now, to create is actually one of the best feeling ever. If you ever create any of the stuff, you create, like, you can write, you can record videos, you can make a project, you can build a robot, anything. Look, the feeling of being able to create when you're young is literally limitless. And you should never limit your ability to create. Now, I'm the type of person who is really fast thinking. I don't know how fast it is comparing to other people, but when I come to think of literally anything, I can come up with instantly a lot of topics to talk about, a lot of ideas, headlines, all this stuff. Even when I just pause like this, not talking at all, not doing anything at all, I can still suddenly come up with a thought in my head. Oh wait, what if I can talk about the effectiveness of pause once in a while between the talks itself? Like when you speak, you don't have to speak continually. You can pause, you can use some break. It creates some kind of space, some kind of discontinuity between the continuity of thoughts, right? Between the the flow of thoughts. It may disrupt, or it may help you relax and help you rethink your thought better and come with a lot more good ideas to talk about. So that's one thing. Yeah, that's basically. So that's what I see from my past channel. I'm very happy that I have come all the way here to day 76. I didn't check, 76, 67 or something. But anyways, in the last nearly 2 years, what have I done? What did I achieve? So I'm gonna talk all in once in this video right now. Right now it's kind of like late, so I'm gonna be quick a little bit if you don't mind. So 2 years, I finished my first year, freshman year in college. I studied mechatronics in University of Science and Technology in Hanoi, Vietnam, and I could say that it's a very good experience. It is a very good first year. I experienced, first of all, life as an independent college student. I live on my own with my sister and with support of her, and I support her also. And the second is I experienced friendship in college. A lot of good friends, a lot of good people, brilliant people here. Now the third thing is I experienced learning in college and what it's like to learn effectively. Learning in college, studying, go to class, everything, activities, are a lot different than what you used to in high school. It's a lot different than what I used to in 12 years. of primary, foundational educational phase of my life. Because university is all about self-study, self-purpose, self-made purpose. You have to schedule your study, you have to make plan, what you see yourself in a few weeks, few months, few years. What would you do in this? Like, what's the progress? What the process? You have to list them all out and follow it. You can do every single day because no one is gonna tell you to do stuff. And the only urgent feeling only come. I learned this hard way, by the way. The only urgent feeling only come when you're faced with exam or nearly the time of exam, like the final or the midterm. You suddenly feel very urgent. Oh my God, what have I done all this semester? I messed up again. And the feeling is no strange to me. I messed up roughly 2 to 3 semester already. I'm on the semester 4. This semester 4 is the final semester that I can ever let myself mess up with my grade. My grades are horrible, but I'm finding way to reschedule my studies, reschedule my life to live better, to improve my grade, and from now on I study better and actually see some good results from the last midterm, so that's a good thing. And in the first year I also experienced life in Hanoi in general, because life is not just studying, it's also experience all kind of stuff. I got in a relationship, I got out already, but I got in, and in that relationship I learned a lot about people, about emotion, about conflict, about political ideas, about how to care for someone, or preparing your gifts, or like you have to research a place to stay, to play, to do all kind of stuff. And I also, one of the main thing that happened in my daily life is I take the bike out. I drive the bike, the gas bike. Most of the people in Vietnam, they use gas bike. It's not motorbikes. It's like scooters or hoopers. Like some Westerners say it is. It's like scooters, bigger scooters, very big scooters. So I drive gas bike every day, from school to home, home to school. I also drive around and I learn a lot about streets in Hanoi. It's very complex, very messy, because Hanoi is a very big city actually. It's moderately big compared to the world, but in Vietnam it's very big. It's second biggest city actually. So the area is so large and packed with a lot of people from different regions. I got to experience and meet with other people, all kinds of people in this. For the first time in my life, I learned how big the society is, how big this world really is. I get to speak with foreigners. I get to improve my speaking skills, listening skills. I had good time and good experience with some Chinese friends, Japanese friends, Arabic friends. Moroccan friends, African friends. I worked with some people. I learned to work for my sister on the business, on the homestay business, and I was actually very busy most of the time. But nonetheless, I still find myself being distracted by the phone, by relentless flow of brain rot and social media. But I gradually cut it out of my life. Anyway, back to the first year experience. That's all I experienced, and I did join some clubs, some outdoor activities, and I must say that it brought me some new insights about life. Though it's nothing new, because I joined club in my high school before, and so I know what it is to gather with a bunch of people, do the same project, care about some kind of stuff, talk about like all this stuff. But it exhausts me sometimes. I do not deny the drawbacks of it. You can only join when you have a free time, a free, kind of schedule. Because most students in Hanoi University, they have a lot of free time because study schedule is not that tight. Usually they only study in the morning, and in the afternoon they got totally free, so they join other activities. But for me, it's different because I study both morning and afternoon. In the first year, in the morning, I learned about math and science, and in the afternoon, I learned about Japanese. In the second year, it's kind of reverse. So in the morning, I learned about Japanese, and the afternoon, I learned about mechatronic stuff. So I literally got little to no time for myself to do other stuff. It can only be spent if care about it adequately. It can only spend on studying and managing daily life. So by the time of second year, I kind of got master with managing my life. But at the time, I still haven't got good at studying yet. I haven't found the core problems of why my studying keeps failing. So I just research over and over again until I actually manage to find it, actually manage to identify my weakness and my core strength or what it takes to pass the exam or understand about this topic. So by the time now, the end of the fourth semester, because we have 8 semesters in total according to the official schedule of my major. So I'm on the end of fourth semester now, like the end of second year, sophomore. I'm a sophomore now, yeah, a lot more experienced. So after freshman, I learned my mistakes the hard way. I got scammed, I got beaten down by bad people, I got a lot of different, bad experience, even with the relationship. I found out on the road, I got lost like millions of times, but luckily not anymore. It's terrible because the roads without navigation, oh man, tell me about it. You can get lost so easily in such a busy and crowded and messy streets, unorganized, chaotic, like streets of Hanoi, especially Asian one like this. It's very messy and very easy to get lost. But by getting lost, I can find new ways that I never know of. I can reroute and find my ways, and by that I could explore more stuff. I get to see more, and I learn the mistake the hard way, and eventually I can remember the road by getting lost again and again. And in life, it's the same. You fail so many times, but it's not really failing. It's about attempting. It's about experimenting. And with enough failing, enough mistakes over and over again, you eventually can learn the right way, either with the study, with the relationship, with managing life, with your inner life or outside life, with your studying, with your all kind of thing in life. You need a lot of try and a lot of attempts. That's one of the core ideas of my studying nowadays, that I have to do a lot of exercise over and again, even when I feel like I could understand the theory. I could understand the lecture, what the teacher is talking about. I could understand every single formula. But it doesn't mean that I can apply those formula into a math problem. I can, apply those knowledge into real world practical problems. So I have to test myself over and over again. And probably about studying methods is a whole different topic, a whole different fields that I'm gonna talk about in a different videos. So basically, yeah. Also with active calling, active recall is actually one of the best studying methods ever. It helps you learn formulas, stuff like that. Anyways, as a sophomore, I understand Hanoi now. 2 years of living in Hanoi. What a feat. That's my achievement. So that's my first achievement right there. I got more experience with life in Hanoi, managing my daily life, studying. I got more experience with studying and got used to studying university style, be independent, self-study, be curious, stay curious, ask questions, stuff like that. And the third achievement is I learned the way with the relationship. I learned to identify toxic people, toxic behaviors, or self-destruct patterns. Speaking of self-destruct pattern, I learned the way to managing myself. Look, it's a whole very important thing you need that you can care about. To care about yourself is not narcissistic. It's self-care. It's necessary. It's essential that you care about yourself and know how you think, could actually implement some kind of system that align with your value. Right now, I have a system of daily life, like going to sleep early, sleep for adequate amount of sleep, eat enough, exercise enough, studying for 4 to 6 hours. It's basically the outliners of my system of daily life. So that's my system. I have a very good, stable system. You must implement and create a system stable enough that can maintain your sanity, your health, and your goal. And what you work in life, whether you're a worker, whether you're a student, you all need some kind of system. So that's what all that I'm talking about. And system is just one of the things that lies in my inner life, that lies in the fourth achievement that I learned to master myself, hold and restrict my urges, my bad habits, and focus on ability to focus on studying, on improving, growing, making connection with people, all kinds of stuff. So yeah, I learned the way in life, whether it on the street or in life on this channel. We have gone a very good far way that I cannot deny. It's not just for nothing. It's for something. It built me from inside, and everything that I've done, it has some kind of meaning that built me, that uplift me, and that's all that matters. It's all that matters. And I find myself being a lot happy that before I have never really felt. Before I just focus on materialistic stuff, materialistic. I focus on some kind of red pill, or either too red pill, either too feminist, either too conservative, or either too liberal kind of viewpoint. But now I find myself in a very balanced point of my life. The key is to balance, is to reasonable, is to think enough that you don't downplay your intelligence. Before I can feel really lonely when I'm just myself. I can feel very bad whenever I fail something. But now, no more. That's the sign, that's the results of years of constantly trying to improve myself. Is that now it's a very completely different mindset, very completely different spectrum. I basically I have a different understanding of loneliness. What I feel right now is not really loneliness anymore. When I'm just with myself, I can feel free. I feel free. I feel positive. I look out for connection and open myself when that come to me, instead of closing myself off and telling me that everybody is some kind of far off entity that I can never reach. I tell myself that social anxiety is fake. It's not fake. It's some kind of problem inner side I have to work with. And I worked with it. And I succeeded in working through it. Without therapy. With or without therapy. I utilize the use of AI more into my daily life, help me build a life system better and suitable for me. And right now, with a different viewpoint, I feel a lot more free in life, a lot more positive, um, a lot stronger mentally, because I have dealt with a lot of stuff right from my first year. I wouldn't say specifically what that was. It's this very long list, either with my sister, with my family, or with the work I'm with the studying, or with the scam, or everything. It's all the hardship that I have to dealt with, and that builds me from the core. It builds me into what I am today. Right now, I'm very like stable in my head, have my own viewpoint, reasonable viewpoint, mentally strong, resilient enough to not disrespect myself, not have anyone downplay me or misunderstand me. That I have the ability to represent myself in the best form ever and bring the good stuff to myself, bring myself to the good stuff and back. Everything like that. What else to say? So right now, yeah, I just feel free, and it's not really about loneliness. It's about figuring out what I really want, figuring out my path in life, and this is the time that where I seriously take a look at my life path as an engineer, as a people that bring joy to other people. I find myself really happy when I bring joy to other people, when I play an important and useful and meaningful role in life. It's just something so beautiful that an average person, can find it really hard to even imagine or even understand. I feel like, because whenever I present myself in a good way, make people laugh, help people, tell a good story, it all makes sense, and life suddenly feels meaningful again, because you are not alone in this world. It's not really loneliness. It's about redirecting your energy, your flow, your action into what matters. And here I said it. As I think more seriously about life, I reschedule my study, I reschedule my life path. I stop caring about what other things that are negative and not instructive and not constructive. I stop caring about drama. I stop caring about all the bullshit, all the world is doomed. No, it's not. I have time. No, life is not that short. It's long enough for me to create something meaningful out of myself in this young, youthful life from 20 to 30 years old. I have the chance, that's the window of time for me to earn a good job with a good degree, find a good partner that actually aligns with my value, and build something that I can proudly say, yes, I built that. Yes, I learned my way. All the years of hard work actually eventually paid off. And now I can clearly see the part of it coming true. And I tend to keep it going. Back to reality, back to daily life. So today I went back hometown. It's very late in the video when I say this, but it's just something small that makes you happy. It doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be impressive. You don't have to bring your resistance into a something to flex, something to show off. You can just be yourself, and that's enough. That's what I learned, that's what I experienced with myself, with my life, with the way I'm living. Today, I went back hometown, and that's peaceful enough. I brought medicine to my grandpa. I had chat with my grandparents. I had dinner with them. Oh, it's so good. It's so peaceful. I feed the cat. I feed the dog. I see the nature. I touch the tree. I touch the fruits. that grow on the trees. I felt the air, I felt the sun. I went back to my home, I cooked with my parents, I ate with them, I tell stories, I ask them stories. I walk with my mom late in the night after she finished teaching. I finished studying. We can just enjoy the fresh air of a summer night. We can talk like we talked before when I was in middle school, was in primary school, when I was a kid, when I was in our arms. We can talk all days. That's the spirit. But we did talk for 1 hour and we walked. It felt nice to move your body, to move, to exercise, to walk, to chat with the person that matters in your life, the person that cares about you and you care about that person. And you can get an idea, a very simple idea that those are just very small things that feel very real and very meaningful. It doesn't have to be massive, have to be complex, abstract. It can be very real, that you can touch, that you can talk, that you can imagine, that you can reach out. The world is just starting. From my viewpoint, well, today is meaningful and that's enough. And this video is 30 minutes long already. Well, I talked a lot more, and I was talking a lot more than I intended to. But the nice in conclusion is that sometimes life can just be simple. It's way too exhausting to constantly beating yourself up, living in your head. So exhausting to constantly having to put others above you. It's constantly exhausting to constantly think, care too much about what others think of you. No, they don't. And you don't have to think of you that hard in that way. You can just be easy on yourself and love yourself and build a system that promote growth just like I did. And find the little moments in life that can make you feel alive again. No, life is not ending. My grandparents are still here. My parents are still here right in this moment, and I will appreciate it as much as possible. No, I'm not alone on this journey. There are people that support me, from parents, grandparents, all the relatives, my cousin, my friends, my sister, my brother-in-law, everyone play a part in this journey, a very long, youthful, meaningful, wistful journey of life. And I wish to just start it now in my 20 years old. I'm 20. Look, I'm fulfilled with positive energy. I'm fun. I just start life, man. Look, there's a billion reasons to be happy, to be hopeful about this, not doom. Oh, you can come up with me. Oh, you should worry, or you should beat yourself up. Look, no. I just chose not to. And that's, I can say that we have free will in some kind of way, that we can choose our mindset, our perspective, our attitude, our action in everyday life, how we treat others, how we react to bad incidents. Nothing can ever slow us down, can ever beat us down and prevent us from our potential, our success. And we have the strength to overcome everything. And it's inside here. And that's the way I wish to end this video. In another video, I think I'm gonna talk about like solipsism again. I did solipsism in the past, where, from my perspective, I'm the only one that exists. So that's a very interesting topic for another time. But yeah, today's video is good. Thank you guys for watching this. Look, this summer night, the wind is blowing, so good, felt so cool. I really never really showed you this angle before. By the way, you can see my room a lot in my other channel. It's good, life's good. Life's never stop being good, even when bad things happen. Suffering cannot last forever, and redemption will always come back. That is it for today. Hope you guys I wish you guys good health. Just say love, and say meaningful things to people around you that's still here. I'm lucky to still have my grandparents around. With 20 years of me being on this life, this is very rare feat. So that's why I wish to spend with them as long as possible. Spend time with them, make meaningful conversation, make them laugh, have fun with them, make them stop worrying and enjoying life, just living in the moment. Because in the end, all of the worries, all of the problems, that will not matter anymore. Not one bit. They will not matter anymore. And what matters are the good moments. The moments where we realize that we have control over what we can do, what we can react, what words we can say to the people that actually matters in our life at this moment. My parents are getting old. My grandparents are getting old. Time doesn't come back on anyone. 20 years of this life. And I must say it's a meaningful journey. It's a good 20 years. It has bad moments, but overall it's good. And to go forward, it needs a lot of focus, needs a lot of positivity and structural thinking. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and love yourself, love what you do, enjoy life, love the people around you, stop worrying, stop regretting, just live.